Okay, so get this right. Imagine, like, predicting fashion trends just by analyzing PDFs.
Yeah.
It's like ditching the whole crystal ball thing and using AI to get a sneak peek at, what everyone will be wearing next season.
It sounds pretty futuristic,
Right.
but it is becoming a reality.
Yeah.
We're diving into how AI can like sift through those dense trend reports.
Yeah.
The ones packed with text and images
Oh, yeah.
and pull out the key details that really matter.
So we're not just talking about knowing florals are in, right?
Right.
But like the specific type of florals,
Yeah.
the colors,
Uh-huh.
and how they're being used.
Yeah.
Is it big, bold prints or
Yeah.
something more delicate and vintage inspired?
Exactly.
It's all in the details, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's where things get tricky for fashion retailers.
Yeah.
Manually extracting those specific attributes from like mountains of reports. It takes forever.
It would.
Plus trends change so fast.
Yeah, totally.
It's almost impossible to keep up.
Yeah, it would be like trying to drink from a fire hose of fashion.
Yeah.
Totally overwhelming.
Exactly.
So where does AI fit into all of this?
So
You mentioned something called PAE.
Yeah, PAE, or product attribute extraction, is like having a superpowered assistant
Okay.
specifically designed to tackle this problem.
Right.
It uses something called large language models,
Okay.
which are essentially super smart AI to analyze both the text and images within these fashion trend reports.
Okay, so instead of having a team of people painstakingly going through these reports, we've got, like, AI doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, exactly.
But how does it actually work?
Okay.
Does it actually understand the content?
That's the cool part.
Yeah?
PAE doesn't just scan the reports.
Uh-huh.
It actually extracts meaning from them.
Wow.
Think of it as a high-tech highlighter that picks out the most relevant words and phrases related to fashion attributes.
Okay.
It even uses optical character recognition, or OCR, to decipher scanned text and has a built-in spell checker to ensure accuracy.
So it's like teaching a computer to not only read fashion, but to understand the nuances of style.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
And it goes beyond text.
Really?
PAE also analyzes the images in the reports,
Okay.
identifying things like a V-neck or a drop shoulder just by looking at a photo.
Oh, wow.
It's like having a fashion expert who can dissect an outfit just by glancing at it.
Wait, seriously? It can tell all that just from a picture?
It can.
Wow.
PAE uses sophisticated computer vision techniques to decode the images,
Okay.
adding another layer of detail to the trend analysis.
Okay, no, that's what I call a deep dive.
Yeah.
You've got the text analysis and the image analysis, but I'm guessing it doesn't stop there, right?
You're right.
Okay.
PAE takes things a step further with what's called catalog matching.
Okay.
This is where things get really interesting for brands.
Okay, I'm all ears.
All right.
What is cattle match?
Imagine this PAE takes all those extracted attributes
Okay.
and compares them to what's already available in a retailer's existing product catalog.
Mm-hmm.
This means a brand can instantly see if their current offerings are aligned with upcoming trends,
Right.
or if they need to make adjustments to their designs or inventory.
So it's like having a real-time feedback loop between trend forecasting and product development.
Exactly.
Brands can basically see if they're ahead of the curve or playing catch-up.
Exactly.
And that insight is incredibly valuable.
Oh, it is.
It could save brands a ton of money by helping them avoid producing clothing that might not be on trend next season.
Definitely.
It's like having a fashion fortune teller,
Yeah.
but instead of vague predictions, you're getting concrete data that you can actually use.
Yeah, exactly.
But how do we know this actually works?
So
Has PAE been tested in the real world?
it has.
Okay.
Researchers put PAE to the test using real fashion trend reports, and the results were remarkable,
Right.
especially when it came to analyzing images,
Yeah.
where those visual details are so important.
Okay, now I need the specifics.
Right.
How accurate are we talking?
So
Give me the numbers.
PAE consistently outperformed other methods for extracting those key fashion attributes.
Okay.
In fact,
Yeah.
it achieved an average accuracy score of 92.5%.
Wow, 92.5%. In the world of AI, that's like hitting a fashion home run.
Yeah.
So this isn't just a cool concept.
Right.
It's something that actually delivers.
Absolutely.
But I have to ask, What about the time it takes to analyze all this data?
Yeah,
Fashion moves at lightning speed,
it does.
so efficiency is key.
Yeah, for sure.
So Spility is
Right.
PAE, a speedy fashionista or a slowpoke. I'm on the edge of my seat here.
The time it takes for PAE to analyze a report is directly related to the number of images it has to process.
Okay.
More images, more time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But even with tons of images, is the system still relatively quick?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Even with a high volume of images,
Mm-hmm.
PAE is remarkably efficient.
Yeah.
Remember, it's doing something incredibly complex.
Right.
So the fact that it can deliver results in a timely manner is a big win.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
So we've talked about how PAE benefits brands,
Right.
but I'm curious, what does all this mean for the average person who loves fashion?
Yeah, that's a great question.
For people like you listening.
So imagine being able to filter your online searches based on specific features that PAE has identified as upcoming trends.
Hold on, are you telling me I could search for clothes based on what's going to be hot next season?
I got it.
Sign me up.
No more scrolling through endless pages of clothes that are so last season.
Right.
It would be like having a personal AI stylist curating your shopping experience.
It would revolutionize online shopping.
It would.
No more decision fatigue, just
No.
a curated selection of items that are both trendy and match my personal style. This is sounding more and more like the future of fashion shopping.
It is a glimpse into the future.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to the power of AI.
Wow.
But we're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah.
There's so much more to explore about PAE and its implications for the fashion world and beyond.
For sure.
Yeah. So what's fascinating is PAE doesn't stop at like traditional trend reports.
Wait, there's more. I thought we covered it all. Text, images, catalog matching.
Right.
What else could there be?
So remember how we talked about PAE extracting meaning?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it goes beyond just the words themselves.
Okay.
The researchers found that PAE can also extract hashtags from the reports.
Hold on. So it's not just analyzing formal fashion forecasts. It's
Yeah.
tapping into the social media buzz, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's genius.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By pulling out those hashtags,
Uh-huh.
PAE can link trends from those official reports to what's already like creating a buzz online.
Right.
It's like connecting the dots between what industry experts predict, what real people are actually wearing and talking about.
It's like having a finger on the pulse of the collective fashion consciousness.
Exactly.
This could be huge for understanding not just what's trendy now,
Right.
but what's about to go viral.
It is a powerful tool for understanding the complex relationship between industry predictions and actual consumer behavior.
Yeah.
But like any complex system, you know, developing PAE had its challenges.
Okay, now I'm curious, what kind of hurdles did the researchers have to overcome?
Right.
It can't have been easy teaching a machine to decode the world of fashion.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest challenges was the PDF reports themselves.
Okay.
They're not always like neatly formatted documents.
Right.
You can have different layouts, fonts, and image types all mixed together.
So it's not just about teaching PAE to read, it's
Yeah.
about teaching it to decipher all those PDF quirks.
Exactly.
That sounds like a coding nightmare.
It was definitely complex.
Yeah.
The researchers had come up with some pretty sophisticated techniques to handle those variations in layout and format.
Right.
But the payoff is huge.
Right.
P can accurately extract both text and images from even the most complex PDFs.
It's like PAE speaks fluent PDF.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the image analysis for a second.
Yeah.
I'm still blown away that a machine can recognize things like necklines and sleeve styles just from a picture.
Uh-huh.
Were there any challenges there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
One of the trickiest things is dealing with multi-labeled attributes in images.
Okay, back up for a second. What exactly do you mean by multi-labeled attributes?
Okay, so think of it like this. A single dress
Okay.
might have multiple attributes.
Uh-huh.
It could be a certain color,
Right.
of a specific sleeve style,
Yeah.
a particular neckline,
Yeah.
and so on.
Right. So it's not just one simple label.
Right.
It's a whole bunch of features that define the garment.
Exactly.
That sounds like a lot for PAE to process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For PAE to work, it needs to accurately identify and extract all those different attributes,
Right.
even if they overlap visually in the image or aren't clearly defined.
It's like PAE is a fashion detective carefully examining every detail to create a complete picture of the garment.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
To overcome that, the researchers developed special algorithms
Okay.
to help PAE recognize and separate those multi-labeled attributes.
So it's like teaching it to see the individual pieces of the fashion puzzle,
Right.
even when they're all jumbled together.
Yeah, exactly.
That's some serious AI power.
It is.
We've talked a lot about extracting information from trend reports.
Right.
But what about the catalog matching process? What are the challenges there?
Well, imagine the sheer volume of products
Yeah.
in a retailer's catalog.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We can be talking thousands, even millions of items,
Right.
each with its own set of attributes.
It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack of clothes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the researchers had to create efficient algorithms
Mm-hmm.
that could handle that massive amount of data
Right.
and quickly match up those extracted trend attributes
Yeah.
to existing products.
It sounds like PAE is playing a giant game of fashion matchmaker,
Yeah.
pairing up predicted trends with the most relevant items in the retailer's inventory.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
And it's not just about finding exact matches.
Right.
PAE also needs to be able to identify close matches,
Okay.
products that might share some,
Yeah.
but not all
Yeah.
of the predicted trend attributes.
That's where the nuance comes in.
Right.
It's not about rigidly sticking to the exact trend predictions,
Right.
but understanding the overall style and finding products that embody that essence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
PAE isn't just a blunt instrument that spits out exact matches.
Right.
It's sophisticated enough to understand subtle variations
Okay.
and identify products that capture the spirit of a trend,
Yeah.
even if they don't perfectly match every single detail.
So it's more like PAE is a personal stylist who can interpret trends
Yeah.
and suggest items that fit the overall vibe, even if they're not exact replicas from those trend reports.
That's a fantastic way to think about it.
Yeah.
That ability to go beyond exact matches is crucial for retailers who want to offer like a diverse and exciting range of products
You're right.
that appeal to different tastes, all while staying on trend.
It really highlights how trend analysis goes beyond just identifying what's hot.
Right.
It's about understanding how to translate those trends into real products
Right.
that people will actually want to buy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's where PAE really shines.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a bridge between trend forecasting and product development,
Yeah.
giving retailers the information they need to make smart decisions about what to design and stock.
We've covered the challenges, the accuracy, the impact,
Right.
but I'm curious about the bigger picture. Where do you see AI-powered trend analysis going in the future? What's next for PAE and the fashion world? I feel like we've only just, scratched the surface of what's possible with AI in fashion.
Yeah.
It's like incredible to think how technology can completely reshape an industry like that.
We're definitely just at the beginning of this AI fashion revolution.
Yeah.
The potential applications are mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I can envision AI becoming a co-creator
Oh, wow.
in the fashion design process itself.
Oh, hold on. You're
Yeah.
saying AI could actually help, design clothes? That's, next level.
Think about it. AI could analyze, mountains of data
Yeah.
from historical trends and consumer preferences to, cultural influences,
Right.
and use all that to generate completely new design ideas
Wow.
that human designers might never even dream of.
So instead of just following trends, AI could be a source of inspiration.
Yeah.
A fashion muse, pushing creativity in totally new directions.
Exactly. And imagine what this could do for the shopping experience.
Okay.
Picture AI-powered tools that let you virtually try on clothes
Oh, yeah.
and see how they look and fit on your own body,
Right.
all from the comfort of your home.
No more awkward changing rooms or guessing about sizes?
Right.
That would be a game changer, especially for, online shopping.
Exactly.
But beyond the design and shopping experience,
Yeah.
I keep thinking about the potential impact on sustainability.
Yeah.
We touched on it earlier, but I think it deserves a deeper dive.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Sustainability is a massive issue in the fashion world.
Right.
And AI could be a powerful tool
Mm-hmm.
for, creating a more eco-conscious industry.
Okay, so how could AI actually contribute to a more sustainable fashion future?
Okay.
Give me the details.
We already talked about how AI can help predict trends more accurately,
Right.
which could lead to less overproduction and waste.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond that.
Okay.
Imagine AI systems that optimize fabric usage and minimize cutting waste
Yeah,
during manufacturing.
that would be a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah.
What about the environmental impact of all the shipping and
Mhm.
logistics involved in fashion? Could
Yeah.
AI help there too?
Definitely. AI could be used to create super efficient delivery routes,
Uh-huh.
predict demand with incredible accuracy,
Right.
to eliminate unnecessary shipments,
Okay.
and even personalize manufacturing,
Wow.
to reduce the need for like mass production and huge warehouses full of inventory.
It's like creating a smarter, more streamlined fashion ecosystem
Right.
from the design studio to your doorstep.
Yeah.
But it's not just about reducing the environmental footprint. What about ensuring fair labor practices?
Right.
Could AI play a role in, ethical manufacturing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
AI could be used to like monitor supply chains,
Mm.
identify potential labor violations,
Mhm.
and make sure that workers are being treated fairly and paid a living wage.
It's about using technology to bring, like, transparency and accountability to the fashion industry.
Exactly.
So much of what we've discussed today has focused on fashion.
Right.
But earlier you mentioned that, the researchers believe PLE could be applied to other types of products too.
That's right.
Okay.
The research paper suggests that PAE could be adapted to predict trends in all sorts of consumer goods,
Hmm.
electronics,
Yeah.
home decor, even food.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun with this.
Okay.
Imagine PAE analyzing trend reports for, like, home decor.
Uh-huh.
What kind of insights could it uncover?
Think about it. PAE could identify emerging color palettes
Oh, yeah.
and popular furniture styles.
Okay.
Even the types of textures and materials that are going to be in high demand for interior design.
So instead of, endlessly scrolling through Pinterest for inspiration,
Yeah.
I could have PAE curate a personalized mood board for my dream home,
Right.
all based on the latest trends and my own, like, personal style preferences.
Exactly.
And imagine shopping for furniture and decor online
Yeah.
with filters based on those AI-powered trend predictions.
Right.
No more second-guessing my choices.
Okay.
It would be like having a personal interior designer in my pocket.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now let's talk food.
Okay.
Could PAE really predict the next culinary craze?
Yeah.
I need details.
Imagine PAE analyzing culinary reports, restaurant menus, social media posts,
Right.
all the ingredients of the food world.
Yeah.
It could point to the next big food trend before it even hits the mainstream.
So instead of wondering what the next cronut or rainbow bagel will be,
Right.
we could have AI giving us a glimpse into the future of food.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
it is.
And it goes beyond novelty foods.
Uh-huh.
PAD could also identify trends in healthy eating,
Yeah.
sustainable food practices,
Right.
and even personalized nutrition recommendations.
Absolutely.
It's like having an AI foodie friend who's
Right.
always ahead of the curve,
Yeah,
dishing out the hottest tips and trends. The possibilities are truly endless.
they are.
This has been an amazing deep dive.
It has.
It's clear that PAE and AI are poised to revolutionize not just fashion, but so many other industries.
I think so too.
It's exciting and thought-provoking.
Yeah.
We've only just begun to explore how AI can help us, understand and navigate the world around us.
I agree.
It's about so much more than just the technology itself.
Right.
It's about how we use that technology to make smarter decisions, live more sustainably, and ultimately create a better future for ourselves and the planet.
Absolutely.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
That wraps up our deep dive into the future of fashion and beyond.
Yeah.
Remember, this is just the beginning of the conversation.
Right.
Keep exploring these ideas, questioning assumptions,
Mm-hmm.
and imagining the possibilities.
For sure.
The future is waiting to be designed.
Yeah.
And with the power of AI, who knows what we can create at the